Hello, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for The Walking Dead, episode 4, Indifference. I'm your host, Dom. With me, I have Clio
Hello!
and John.
I feel like
Hi.
right.
How's it going tonight?
Good.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what'd you guys think of this episode?
Another doozy.
Mm, I'm sad.
You're
Yeah.
sad.
I'm sad. I miss Carol already.
Miss her already. I knew it was coming.
I actually didn't see it coming.
I didn't see it coming.
See, we have the very, very beginning of the show, right? And you have Carol talking to Lizzie, and she's telling her like she has this whole conversation with her, and then they're cutting to Rick, and every time your lights go off, I think the walkers are getting you, and and it keeps cutting to Rick, and he's walking through the prison like systematically, like retracing Carol's steps, and he's looking at her, and then he's looking in the back of the truck, and he's got the knife set, and he's like sharpening, like looking at how sharp the knives are. He's not sharpening them himself, but he's looking at them, and I'm like, he's gonna kill Carol. I thought he was gonna kill her, so
No.
I mean, leaving her is much better than killing her. But I knew something was up, and I thought he was gonna kill her. That's what I thought. I thought we were getting old Rick back.
Well, I really thought at that point he was just, he hadn't been out on a run in a long time. So I was thinking maybe he was just like, kind of like, I guess, hyping himself up or, just getting himself prepared to like, okay, weapons are all ready, everything's all in place, blah, blah, blah. I feel like it was just more of like a checklist thing for him than.
Right.
Hmm.
So we had Carol having that conversation with Lizzie, and she kind of sees it as turning life as like having a second chance at life, and her life, she's had this disassociative mindset. So can she do what it takes to survive, like Carol tells her to, or what?
It's going to come down to, it kind of depends on what's going to happen to sick people, because like if they start turning, then I'm not sure that she's going to be able to kill them. But like if she makes it, if that all gets resolved and she makes it out, and if she was like maybe out in the wild or whatever, I think she might be okay because she doesn't have a personal connection with those zombies or potential zombies.
Right. She still wants to keep naming them.
I know.
She wants to associate
Did she
them
name a
with
new
people.
one?
No, but she's like,
Yeah, but she's
the conversation she was having. She's like, well, they were something and now they're something else. And even if I don't die, I'm someone, but I'm going to be someone else. So she's looking at them as if they're still people, which is kind of creepy.
Right. A little.
Yeah.
And what do you guys think about her little slip up when she called Carol mom?
I think it's she's got a female, role model now, and I guess however Carol was giving her orders or telling her to do something sounded to her like her mother. So natural, unfortunate slip up.
I thought it was really cute.
It was really cute.
Well, Joe, what about Carol's reaction when she's like, "Don't call me that"?
Don't call me mom.
Sorry, I slipped up. She's like, "Just don't do it."
Yeah, I was a little taken aback by that because at first I was thinking maybe like Carol would kind of have like this moment of like almost like happiness that she like could have another chance at with another kid, but I guess maybe she's just, as we saw later in the episode, she's kind of really shutting out the whole thing with Sophia. She kind of said it's like a slideshow for someone else. So like she's really trying to shut all that out, and just it was kind of sad that she really rejected it because I felt like she made such a strong connection with Lizzie that she kind of deserved another chance at being a parent.
I think she felt like the girls were hers because she did when Anna asks, "Is one of your kids sick?" She's like, "Yes, one of my girls."
Right.
She only calls them her kids, but she doesn't want to hear her say "mom" because she already lost Sophia. She couldn't. I don't think she could bear it if she lost another child.
And what about her conversation with Lizzie in the first place? Do you think she knew something was up and this is why she's having this conversation? Or was it just in case something happened out in the field?
Both. I think she did. She knows the risks of going out, and she's seen so many people not come back. But also, I think she knew something. Not necessarily she knew Rick was going to do something, but that Rick could do something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she really suspected Rick at all, to be honest, to do anything. I mean, she was wary because obviously they were going to have a talk at least, but I'm pretty sure she was pretty blindsided.
She didn't look surprised to me.
Well, that was after they had a conversation. I'm talking about when they were first getting in the car. Like I'm pretty sure it was probably maybe just a precaution because it was just a run. And there's a chance that you might not come back from a run,
Right.
Yeah.
As opposed to like Rick's gonna kick me out, so I better talk to Lizzie.
Did I freeze? Can you guys see me?
Yeah, no, you're good.
I froze on my own screen.
Yeah. I got walkers upstairs.
Oh. You should be better prepared for this.
I know, right?
Yours.
Well, that's why they're upstairs. I'm down here, so I don't
There you
have to
go.
deal with them.
Make sure there's a crippled girl's leg you can cut off.
Ooh, maybe.
And if anyone gets sick, just burn them.
Burn them instantly. Did you guys see that meme thing going around on Facebook?
Yeah, it's my favorite thing. I love it.
It's so great.
Oh, you have a cough? I have the perfect thing for
I
that.
had the perfect thing.
Gas can and a
Dave.
lighter.
It's so great.
Oh, that was
love it.
amazing. Anyway, so we were kind of speculating maybe there's some Daryl and Michonne little stuff going around. It seemed like there was a lot more with this episode. We had Daryl pick up like a piece of jade stone or something like that. Michonne was complimenting on it and saying something about brought out his eyes, and she was clearly like joking or whatever, but she was like they were flirting.
A little bit.
But Daryl, he keeps saying that Michonne is never around, and she's getting kind of upset. She's getting like pissed off about it. And then the end of the episode, she promises that she's gonna give up looking for the governor, and she's done with that. Do you think that's to appease Daryl, or do you think it's just because of her conversation with Tyrese?
I think she wants to stay. She doesn't want to keep going out. She does. She comes back and sees all this stuff has happened that she doesn't understand or doesn't know about. She doesn't know these people Daryl keeps talking about. And I think she does want to stay, but I'm not sure that she's going to be able to. I think she's going to be drawn out to look for the governor again.
Do you think the governor may possibly come looking for her?
Yeah.
I don't see why not. He's so spiteful.
He is.
I mean,
there's no way he's just sitting back saying, fuck them. Who cares about them?
Yeah.
He's
plotting.
plotting something. Yeah, exactly.
yeah. I mean, it's not like he has to look very far. They haven't moved. They're still at the prison. So he knows where they all are.
Yeah, they're hiding in plain sight. So.
Right. But as far as Michonne, not keeping to her word, I'm pretty sure she will. Because, when she was talking to Tyrese, she really came to the conclusion that she has no idea why she's still doing it. And I think now that she doesn't really even have a good reason for herself, I couldn't see her really, really leaving anymore. I'm pretty sure she was sincere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, she seemed pretty sincere.
I didn't think she wasn't sincere, but I think that something is gonna happen that makes her go out again.
Oh, yeah. That I could see.
What I meant.
Yeah. Well, like, all right, she had a conversation with Tyrese about not letting go of a zombie, and, she kind of gets angry, but then Ty points out that she's doing the exact same thing with the governor. So do you think she's mad at Tyrese, or do you think she's mad at herself?
I would say she's still kind of mad at Tyrese. I mean,
Yeah.
probably both, but Tyrese was being incredibly irresponsible.
It seemed to me it was one of those subliminally she blames herself, and it's just the anger transference, and she doesn't even realize that there's a parallel there. She's just yelling at him for not letting go of something because she subconsciously is doing the same thing herself. That's the way I take that.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But he's still, I mean, that makes total sense, but he was still kind of being a jackass, so.
Yeah.
You know, a little sublimating of the anger, but still.
It's one of those things where he can do whatever he wants with his life, but he's putting the group in danger by doing this, so.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what else? We have Sam and Anna. What would you guys think of those two?
There was something weird about them. I mean, they seemed normal, but they also seemed too nice to be hanging around.
Mm-hmm.
It's just to still be around after all this time alone.
I don't know why, but I thought they were junkies.
Yeah.
Something was off with them.
I
couldn't quite place it.
It was really weird. Like, they just weren't. I don't know. They're like too endearing.
I mean, after thinking about those two, I think they're con artists. I think that's how they survive, and they just lie and swindle things from people.
Yeah.
That could be true. Yeah.
Because there's no way that those two by themselves have lasted this long.
No.
Unless they were
extremely lucky,
smarter than they seem.
Exactly. But even that, they're not on their own. They're outsmarting other people. So what I'm saying is these two weren't running around by themselves this whole time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We have what was it, over by the gate? We saw Anna's leg, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cut off clean. It was not a walker bite or anything like that. Do you think Sam fed it to her to escape, or do you think she cut her own leg off?
That's what I immediately thought. I thought Sam did it. Get away.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I don't see why she would cut off her own. I mean, unless something horrific happened to her leg and she was like, "Oh, we gotta take it."
I didn't see any walker bite or anything on it whatsoever, right?
No.
So I don't know why. And then wasn't there the zombies feeding across the street?
Yeah.
So do we know exactly what they were feeding on? Was it her body?
I guess I just assumed it was Anna.
Yeah, that's what I assumed as well.
Right, yeah.
Because it came to my mind that they could be con artists. Maybe that's not her leg. Maybe they put a tattoo on somebody else's leg.
Oh, they put the tattoo on somebody's leg?
Yeah. I don't know.
They just walk around with tattoo equipment?
Yeah.
I'm super paranoid this season. Like, I think everything is a conspiracy.
It's all the governor, right?
Yeah!
Actually, that was the governor in disguise right there.
Yes.
Yes.
As Anna.
He tattooed his face to make him look like somebody else.
No, but I don't know, because I think maybe it's a whole different mindset we've got, because they're fighting a flu. There's not that there's very little zombie fight. There is zombie fighting. But they're fighting a flu. There's no main villain. It's like, I think I'm just getting a little paranoid that there's some bigger picture.
Does there have to be a main villain?
No, there
Walkers
doesn't.
are the villain, so...
There doesn't, but...
Like, just because we had the governor last season doesn't mean we have to have a big, overarching villain.
I'm not... Whoa, calm down. I'm not saying that's what it needs, but not having it is making me uneasy, because I don't know exactly where the threat is coming from next.
So, can you say that Shane was the big bad villain in season 2?
Yeah.
Not in... Well, yes, wait.
I mean, I don't
the
see
farm.
why not.
That was the farmhouse.
Yes.
Season 1, it was that guy locked up in the bunker.
The CDC, yeah.
No, he wasn't a villain.
He was just crazy.
He was, in a twisted way, he was a villain. He was one of those heroes that thinks he's doing the right thing and has gotten himself to the point where he is the villain and doesn't realize it.
Yeah.
He told them that if they come in, they can't come out. He wasn't a villain. We're off topic.
We're totally on topic. So, we're talking about overarching villains. So, the governor, We know he's still alive, so you're just assuming, and because you're paranoid, so you're assuming that he's still the overarching villain. So you're assuming that everybody has an agenda because the governor's people could be anywhere.
I do feel that way, but the reason I feel that way is not because I think the governor's still the overarching villain. It's because there's a vacuum. There's a void of where the arch nemesis was.
So you need an arch nemesis, is your point.
No, I'm just saying I feel uneasy.
So you need a zombie puppet master that's controlling all the strings. Can you just imagine the master of puppets? Can you imagine a marionette zombie?
It's
like
Rob Zombie.
he's got zombie puppets on his hand, and he's got them tied to his fingers, and he's a zombie going, and there's little zombies on him. Yeah.
But honestly, what I think is maybe not the whole season, but at least this half season is because I feel all this tension that there could be some master plan. In the end, there's going to be no master plan. I don't think that there is. I've become paranoid. This show has made me paranoid.
All right, well, since you're so paranoid, you definitely think that those guys were lying about their backstory. That they're not who they say they are. That's what you're getting
Well, at least Sam was, because if he loved her and then cut her leg off, sold her out, fed her to the zombies to get away, then...
How do we even know that it was Sam? You're just assuming it's Sam at this point. Oh, it looks like you guys froze. Oh, no, there you are. You're coming back.
They come back. Add that to the long list of people/zombies we think are going to come back.
You guys completely froze there for a minute.
Did you hear what I said?
I still see you talking. You're drinking coffee right now, which you're not actually doing. You're behind a little bit.
Okay.
It's lagging, so
okay.
It might take a second to catch back up. I don't know how this works. I've never had Skype lag out like that before. But
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I didn't quite hear what you were saying there, but what I was saying was, how do you know that it's Sam that cut her leg off?
Yeah.
I don't.
You're assuming that it was Sam, but how do you know it wasn't the governor?
I don't. Stop making me more paranoid.
Oh, this looks so weird. I hear you, and then I see you like a minute or two later. Actually, can you just switch your webcam on and off real quick?
Sure.
Actually, don't. Okay.
Too late.
Good. Okay. Because that was really getting at me. Because I hear you, and then I see you like moving 2 minutes later.
Yeah, it was really weird.
It was. Like, yeah, I don't even know.
Weirder than you, zombie boy?
You're still spinning. You're not even back yet. But, yeah. So Sam knows where the prison is. Do you think he's going to go back there? Do you think we're going to see him?
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think he'd get much done just showing up there. You know, was he gonna roll up and be like, "Hey, again," you know, like they're not gonna let him in.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean,
just because they're not gonna let him in doesn't mean he can't get in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
you see all the fences. You see all the fences. The walker, they're clipped. Like they're zip tied or something.
Closed securely.
Yeah.
They're
So
meant to ward off zombies, not people.
So they could get into the perimeter fairly easily if he wanted to.
Yeah,
suppose,
I mean,
yeah.
we can just add him to the long list of people/zombies we think will come back eventually this season.
Hipster zombie. I want to see that guy back. The zombie
Oh
with the
no,
t-shirt.
Bear Trap Zombie, dude.
Bear Trap Zombie needs to come back.
Hashtag
Yeah. Totally.
How did I forget about Bear Trap Zombie? Like that. I mean, he's clearly the zombie to end all zombies. He's the mastermind.
He is.
Clearly.
He's
I
patient
think
zero.
it's actually a chick.
Was it? Maybe
think
it
so.
was. Yeah.
Oh
it
yeah,
was.
yeah. it
She's
was, you're right.
she's patient zero. We've already decided.
Yeah.
All right, so we see the college group, and you know, Daryl's hot wiring cars. He's having a little chat with Bob backwards over there about. He's having a little chat there. This is where he first admits to his alcohol problem. He confesses that this is how
Let
Zach
me get
died.
inside your face first. Now I gotta be Daryl.
Yeah. See, now your cam is behind.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's weird.
This show is off to a great start. It's amazing.
Yay.
Start, aren't we halfway through?
Yeah, we are. Um, so he kind of confesses, and he said that he's the reason why Zach died. It was his alcohol. It was the problem. It's what he needs to be
Yeah.
able to sleep at night and all that stuff. And he wants to be useful, and he confesses all this stuff to Daryl. He says that he was always the last member alive in the last two groups that he was in. And he's kind of laying in this sob story. Like, did you guys actually believe him, or?
I really did believe him. I actually thought that.
I think I believe him.
Yeah, I actually was expecting him to pull a hero maneuver and be the only one to die.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah, you did
Yeah.
say that.
I did, because it sounded very genuine.
Yeah.
But in retrospect, it was just him asking Daryl for understanding, not forgiveness.
Right. And I don't know if you guys know anybody that has alcoholism or whatever, and that's like the very first stage. Like, I know step one, it's admitting you have a problem and all that stuff, but it's very hard, and they relapse many times. Not everybody, but in general, they have behavioral patterns that they can't ever change. Like, it's permanently hardwired into them, and stuff. They're always focused about themselves, no matter how hard they try to break it. Like, various things like that. And I know I'm generalizing, but for the most part, with my own personal experiences, this seems to be the case. So
Yeah.
did you guys, were you surprised when he took the bottle of booze?
No. Not
No,
even
but
remotely.
it was very disappointing.
Yeah. I mean, but this is his coping mechanism, and it has been for a long time. So obviously, this is an incredibly stressful situation. So
Right.
of course, he's going to turn to the bottle because lives are literally in their hands, and they were behind. So I totally understand why he did it. It was really a big letdown that he did,
Right.
but that's going to be probably harder to fight than the zombies.
Yeah.
He practically got himself killed trying to protect that bag.
Exactly.
Daryl and everybody,
was
they're like, let it go, just let it go. And he's holding on for dear life. I thought he was going to get pulled in.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I literally yelled out, "Not the meds!" And then it was a bottle of booze, and I was like, "Son of a bitch!"
Yeah. So he kind of betrayed Daryl there.
Yeah.
How do you think that made Daryl feel?
Oh, rage, pure rage.
Yeah. I'm really surprised. I thought he was gonna smash the bottle of booze over his head.
That would have been awesome. I
Yeah,
would have liked to see that. I thought he was going to throw
Me
it into
too.
the zombies and set them on fire or something. I don't know.
that would have been cool.
Yeah, I was hoping he would.
Yeah.
Fuck
So-
it to the zombies.
So what do you guys think is going to happen when they bring Bob backwards back to the prison?
I think Daryl's gonna throw him in a cell, lock him up.
Do you think he's even going to make it back to the prison?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Daryl's not
But-
gonna throw him to the zombies.
What if they have more car trouble and they don't quite get there and they have another run-in? Or what if Daryl
Well,
specifically said, didn't he say, don't drink a drop of this until we get the medicine to those people?
Mhm.
Yeah, until the sick people get their medicine.
What if he does?
Well, what he said he was gonna beat his face in, so that doesn't mean he's gonna kill him. It just means he's gonna kick the crap out of him.
He's just gonna punch him real hard.
See, if I was in Bob's position, how stubborn I am, I would take a sip, and then Daryl would start beating me, and while he's doing it, I'd take another sip in the middle of it. That's just me, though.
Yeah.
Mid beat down. No, I'm pretty sure if Daryl punched you in the face, you would not get up. He's
No, but I'd still have the bottle, and I'd laying there trying to pour it into my mouth. Like, I didn't say I was gonna stand up and drink it in his face. No,
Oh my god.
that would pretty
Yeah,
much
no.
ensure that I was never going back to the prison, and I was never getting up off the ground because I'd take it to the point where Daryl has to kill me
Yeah.
Yes.
just to prove my point.
And then he would shove his face into your face more.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, so going full circle now, what we were talking about in the beginning. Rick and Carol, like, they had been talking through this whole episode. Carol's trying to justify the reason for her killing those two. Rick says, "Oh, well, you killed two people." Carol goes, "Well, you killed Shane." Like, they're going back and forth, and
Yeah.
then Rick he's just like, "Look, we can't have you there. You're not coming back. You have to go find another group of people. You're strong enough to survive on your own." Do you think Rick was right to do this, make this his decision? Granted, he was the only one that knew about it, but
No. I think he should have taken her back and locked her up.
see, this is really surprising coming from you.
Me?
Yes.
Why?
You were all for the Ricktatorship, and now that
No.
Rick has stood up and made a decision on his own, you don't agree with it.
No. I was not all for the dictatorship. I thought that if the dictatorship kept going, it would have fallen apart. I just love the word.
Okay. Okay, I'll give you that.
I was a fan of Rick being a badass, but he was going crazy. He was losing it, and I didn't like that.
John keeps disappearing. I think walkers are getting him. I'm getting freaked out. There's walkers walking around upstairs.
Surrounded.
I know. I don't even have a
Oh,
crossbow.
man. You're gonna have to finish this as
I have
that.
I have Gizmo. Does he count? No.
Oh, somewhere I have a little walker figure.
Ooh.
He's like
Don't-
a little
Don't worry,
He's a little
Bulbasaur will
cardboard.
keep you safe.
Oh, Bulbasaur.
cardboard puzzle.
Can this is a question for Indy, which she's not here this week. Can vegetarians eat Bulbasaurs?
We went over this. No,
I still need to ask
Bulbasaur-
Indy.
is an
Damn it.
animal. Bulbasaur is a Pokemon.
He's a plant.
It is a type Pokemon. He is a living thing.
Plants
He's
are
a
living things.
person.
Well,
not
let me draw
person.
you a
He's
diagram.
dog.
Meat, meat, and this part's the plant.
Oh, okay.
So she could eat this, but not the face.
She probably wouldn't eat that though.
We'll have to
Anyway.
ask her next week when she comes back. Don't let us forget.
No, certainly not.
Yes. Make sure all of you guys watching, make sure to tweet to at Indiegarona. INDIEGARONA. Tweet to her and ask her if vegetarians can eat Bulbasaurs. Do it.
Yes.
But getting back on topic, now that we've turned The Walking Dead into a Pokemon podcast.
John is thrilled about.
Yeah.
Totally, bro.
Yeah. So, needless to say, this Carol thing caught you completely off guard, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was. I don't blame Rick for doing it though. I have to say.
Yeah.
I do because he. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get fangirl right now. How dare he? After months of refusing to make decisions, refusing to be involved, how dare he make a decision on his own?
Ooh.
He says he's
You went
making
there.
it for
You went
himself
there.
and his family, but he's making a decision.
She
for
decided to
his-
kill two people.
Do you really want somebody who's killed two people? We were just joking at the beginning of the show. Like, you have a
Lock her
cough.
up.
You have a cough. Here's a gas can and a
Yeah.
lighter. Let me fix that for you. Do you really want
Lock her up. This is a democracy. It's not the dictatorship anymore.
But do you
he
want
can't
her-
just kick people out.
Do you want her to be around your kids and the kids there at the camp and influence, and John turned into a chair?
I think that was for the group. That was for the prison to decide, not for Rick to decide.
I don't know.
A trial. This is not a dictatorship anymore. It's an oligarchy. There's council.
I want the dictatorship back.
Due process.
I want the I do agree though, the council works better.
The council does work better.
It works
Rick
a lot
should
better.
Rick should be on the council.
Yeah. No.
What?
No. Actually, no. I don't want Rick on the council.
I do.
I want the council to exist, and I want the dictatorship to exist, and I want them to clash. That's what I want. That will make some
You
interesting
know what?
TV.
You're gonna get your wish.
I
next
am gonna
episode.
I am. I am.
That is if
So-
Rick tells the truth.
Do you think he's going to?
He could lie.
He
I
very well could,
honestly,
to
right
protect
now
himself.
it's 50-50. I think on his drive back right now, he's deciding whether to lie or not.
Yeah. Certainly seemed that way. The way he kept looking over. See, I don't know. He kept looking up in the rearview mirror, and I couldn't tell if he was trying to decide whether or not to go back for her or
Yeah,
to lie.
I'm not
got
sure
bo-
what that was either.
I got
was
a
expecting,
vibe from both of those.
yeah, I was expecting him to crash or to see Lori again.
Yeah, Lori just appears in the back seat of the car.
Yeah, like Castiel. Poof. Yeah.
Oh God, can you imagine Castiel on The Walking Dead?
No, I feel like I feel like he would be like was that in season 5?
Oh look, John's back. The
Future
zombies didn't eat him.
Yay!
I
Was that in season 5 that we saw
I
like
killed him.
future cast,
It might have been.
which is soon to be present cast next year?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah, that would be the cast in the zombie apocalypse.
It'd be interesting. So how do you guys think let's say Rick tells the truth. How do you think the group is going to react when they get back to the prison?
Oh, mad.
Yeah.
So mad.
Many of them will be really mad.
Who do you
But-
think's going to take it the worst?
Daryl.
Tyrese.
Daryl.
Daryl.
Really? I don't think so at all.
I think
Daryl
it's-
What was that,
Well,
John?
Daryl and Tyrese will take it badly in different ways.
Tyrese is going to take it bad because he wants to deal with her
Murder.
himself.
Murder
He
her.
wants to. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to murder her.
But what were you saying, John?
I mean, Daryl's gonna be upset, no doubt. But like, I don't. They don't seem to have been that like as close this season. I don't know if it's just because we're not seeing it. Like, it's not just being featured as much anymore. They haven't really had too many interactions. Like, not like
No.
the third season.
Right.
No,
So-
but they had like 2. The thing I think with that is Daryl's dealing with the death of his brother. So
Yeah.
he might
I'm going to tell you right now, the person who's going to take this the worst is Lizzie.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But the thing is, Lizzie's a wild card. We don't know how she's gonna react because she's got
We
some
know exactly
personality.
how she's going to react. She's the one that's been feeding the walkers the rats.
probably.
Because it's just even more so now. Like everything that
She
you heard
thinks
from
they're
her this
people.
episode, yeah. So
It's pretty clear, yeah.
she feels that they need to eat. So it's got to be Lizzie. It's got to be.
Yeah.
So something's gonna bad is gonna happen with Lizzie.
You think? Oh my God! You think she'll start killing people?
She
And
might.
get rich?
She might take it out on Rick. She might
mean,
try to. She
seriously.
might try to take Rick out.
And she's locked in a cell block full of sick people. She could just.
How do you know
walk
she's
around with
not
a
gonna?
knife.
She's not gonna take the fences down or something.
I mean,
but
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
She is a wild card.
Yeah.
Maybe she's the villain.
She's the overarching villain.
I knew it. It was a 10-year-old.
Maybe she's the stepdaughter of the governor.
Yes, it's Andrea's baby.
God.
She aged
God.
12 years and 3 months. Damn it.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. All right, so from a writer's standpoint, why do you think that they chose to bring Bob backwards back, but not Carol?
Well, I mean, Carol had a very, very quick story arc, and I was hoping they would let her have a little more time being, like a badass, but she had been in a steady decline basically since the beginning of the season. At the same time, she had been like becoming just more, she was teaching the kids without their parents' permission. Well, yes, it was a great idea to do that, but still probably not the right thing to do.
Do you think Lizzie's gonna take up that role now that Carol's gone? Do you think she's gonna try to take over and teach for the kids?
Well, I think maybe if she kills something first.
I would say Carl could do it.
I don't see how Lizzie could teach if she's never killed something. Be it zombie or person.
Right.
So,
I would like Carl to take up the lessons. That would amuse me.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if Carl would do it.
No, probably not. But
Like I
it's-
said, I don't think the Grimes are quite ready to have their weapons back.
No, but it would amuse me nonetheless.
Yeah.
But you know, as far as with like Carol like getting kind of written out of the show, it's she did something that like she did something. It was just inevitable. Like you killed two people. Like you can't come back. Like let's say Rick even let her back to the prison and they had a trial or whatever. There's no coming back from that. No one's going to trust her anymore. No. So, and I don't see why anyone.
That is, if Tyrese doesn't get to her first.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
But the thing with Bobo is, I don't know. I guess he's got some development to go through, so they're going to give him the season at least.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And I think it would have been,
if he lasts that long.
Yeah.
And I think if they didn't bring Bob back, nobody would have really cared. Not bringing Carol back, lots of people are going to care.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Big emotional impact.
Bob backwards is like nothing to the story right now. How do you spell Bob backwards?
B-O... Shit. B.
Good job, babe.
How do you spell it forwards?
B... A? No. O. B. I did it.
It's a palindrome. Look at that.
Oh
It's
my
not-
god.
I didn't know Bob was a paladin. So cool.
God. Alright, so... The episode, the title was called Indifference. What do you guys think this was in reference to? Well, you got something soft and fuzzy. Look at me too.
Feelings, whoa, feelings.
I think it was about Carol's indifference towards killing the two of them, for one thing. That's most certain. And maybe about Rick too, about him just kind of letting Carol go so easily.
And
Well, not
Lizzie.
easily, and Lizzie, yes.
I think there's a lot of indifference to go around here.
Yeah. So
Certainly seems that way. One thing that there wasn't an indifference to, and that's Bob backwards and his alcohol.
you're damn right.
Never get between a man and his alcohol.
To be had.
All right, so next week the episode is called Internment. What do you think what do you think that could be in reference to?
Well, we're definitely gonna come back to the prison, and the sickness is gonna get worse.
Always does.
Yeah.
Always gets worse before it gets better.
I think I have a feeling maybe the sick folks are going to get a little restless, and perhaps they might start stirring up some trouble, and they're going to have to maybe lock them down even harder than they already are.
You think Lizzie is going to start a riot?
I could see that happening.
Interesting. I think I'm trying to remember the preview now. There was something he gets involved with that might put her at risk. It seems like Maggie's got to step up now that sort of lots of people are gone.
Yeah. It seems like
I fucking love Maggie.
Yeah, Maggie's a great character.
It seems like there's something going to go wrong, because Herschel was like, there was one point in the coming attractions that like Herschel was like, "Get back in your cells, everyone! Like nothing to see here."
Yep.
Like shit's getting stirred up.
It might just be the first death.
Yeah.
Herschel doesn't look too good himself.
I don't think he's going to make it.
I don't know.
No, don't say that.
I don't know. Herschel's a wild card character like that, because I really don't like to go into differences between the comic books and stuff, and I know what goes on with Herschel one way or the other, but you can't really go by that, because you go by Shane. Shane died in the comics, like...
in the first season.
Yeah. So people were like, what the hell? Like, why? He wasn't on the farm? Like, so you really can't go by that, but...
Right.
They let's just say the Herschel in the comic books and the Herschel in the TV series are very, very different. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Sebastian.
CeeLo had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. And then,
Did you just call me CeeLo?
yes, CeeLo Brown. You didn't get that? I called you that one other night, too, and you didn't get the reference.
You know I didn't hear it. I must have heard it.
I think it was during Mad Libs one night, and I said, it said someone in the room, and I said CeeLo Brown, and somebody's like, there's no CeeLo Brown in this room. Anyway.
Why
None of
CeeLo
that.
Brown?
Huh?
Why CeeLo Brown?
Isn't that his name?
No,
CeeLo
CeeLo Green.
No, whatever. I'm thinking D'Lo Brown from WWF. That's what it is.
God.
Okay.
Well, no.
Oh, you're close.
Confusing
By
everything.
close, I mean not at all.
So, you guys have anything else for this episode?
No, that's it.
I just have all this.
Vegetarians, beware.
Yes.
Chicken isn't vegan?
Clio, where can the people find you?
You can find me at most social media at Cliomoto, CLIOMOTO, and you can find me on YouTube at LIOSMFVIDS.
And if you can spell that, then it's time for the zombie invasion.
I just spelled it. What do you mean if you can
I'm saying
spell
the people at home, if they can spell, if they can remember that quickly without going back and rewinding it, we're already in the zombie apocalypse. John, where can the people find you?
If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I'm at no more. You know, I Vine too. It's just my name backwards. It's
Bob backwards.
It's Bob backwards.
Yeah.
So, I want to do that too.
It's John backwards.
Well, you must be related to Bob backwards.
Nah.
So on that note, I almost forgot. Yeah, this show is great tonight. Great.
Yeah, right?
You can follow us on YouTube at youtube.com/ASOTV podcast. You can also find us on Facebook.com now on Facebook.com/ASOTV podcast. You guys can follow us there for some more podcasts or some of your favorite TV shows. And till next week, when the walkers eat Bulbasaur and find that he's a cure. I'll catch you guys later.
Bye.